the iMac, the iPhone, the Apple Watch, AirPods, HomePods. Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here. So 2018 was the year that I made the move to almost 100% Apple. The only product, of course, I'm missing from them is the iPad. So I want to share with you guys why I switched to the Apple ecosystem almost 100%. So one of the main reasons was I wanted to try something else. So ever since I was a little kid, I've always owned Windows PCs. I've always used them. I love them. I enjoyed them. But over the past 3 years, I had to almost buy a new PC almost every year. I had to pay for a laptop 2 years ago, and it only lasted me 6 months, and then it just gave up on me. And then I went to Best Buy to buy a desktop computer, and then of course in another 6 months again this happened where it just stopped working. It turned off. It did not want to turn back on, and it just stopped working. So I just got tired and angry. I was about to buy another PC instead, but instead I checked, of course, the website on Best Buy, and I saw that they had the iMac on sale. So the next day, of course, I went to the to Best Buy and purchased an iMac, because of course I need a PC to edit video. I need a desktop to edit videos, of course, and so I needed to buy one the next day. So I went with the iMac just because I wanted to try something else. The only time I actually used an iMac was my first year of college and second year of college. And that was because the iMac is one of the only computers that allows you to use, of course, Mac OS and then, of course, Windows as well. So in college, the computers came built in with Windows, but also Mac OS. So that was the only time I had experience using the iMac. So it was like maybe 3 years ago when it was the last time I used an iMac in college. So I decided to purchase it, of course, and yeah, it's been a learning curve because ever like more than 10 years on just Windows, of course, it's like starting all over again. So I had to learn a lot of stuff, of course, search a lot of stuff while using the Mac. So the iPhone. So my first iPhone was the iPhone 5C. That was the first time I've ever bought one. Because I was always into tech, of course, so I wanted to see what was so special about the iPhone ever since I was on Android for a very long time. So I purchased the 5C as my first iPhone, and of course I was hooked, and I knew why people really enjoyed using the iPhone. Now, of course, I enjoy using the iPhone because of the apps. A lot of developers release the apps, of course, first off on iOS, and then, of course, if it succeeds and is successful, of course, they'll try to release it on Android. They don't really release a lot of their apps on Android just because people maybe won't download it. It could be either software issues, or it's just that it doesn't make financial sense for them to release it on Android, when, of course, on iOS it's just doing really, really fine. The Apple Watch. So my first Apple Watch was the first generation Apple Watch, the Sport Edition. And I've used that for 3 years or 2 years, and this is the latest one I have with the Series 4, and it has been a big update and a big improvement from the first generation to this generation. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch has actually helped me a lot. I actually have been wearing it now for 1 year straight, from the first generation to this one now, completed 1 year. Of course, I use it at work to see how much steps I've used, of course, to check out the time, check out messages quickly without having to take out my phone. So yeah, it's just really cool. It's just cool to see my health from there, so heart rate, all that cool stuff, so I could see when my heart rate goes up, and then of course when my heart rate goes down. So it's very, very, very interesting, and I just enjoy looking at the data, and it's just a really, really beautiful piece of technology that I enjoy looking at. AirPods. So AirPods are just one of my favorite products that I bought in 2018. They just work. Of course, if you are in the Apple ecosystem, they automatically connect to your iPhone. And it's just one of my favorite products I purchased this year. I've never actually made fun of them. In the beginning, when Apple released them, I actually was into them, and I couldn't wait to buy them. But of course, I waited a couple months because, well, I had to save up, of course, to buy the AirPods. So when I bought them, of course, I was just excited, and um, yeah, they just work. They sound great. Now they don't sound like high-end sound coming out of them. Of course, you still hear background noise from the outside if you're in public or anything like that. But they just look really, really great, and they're just one of my favorite purchases of this year. What's next? The HomePod. So I bought the HomePod over the summer when it was released here in Canada finally, and the HomePod sounds freaking fantastic. Of course, I love listening to music on it. I only listen to music on it, so I don't listen to podcasts. I like listening to podcasts with like the AirPods. But yeah, the HomePod for music just sounds fantastic. I love the bass. I just love putting up the music, really nice and loud in my room here, and just feeling the floors vibrate and just the room vibrates because of how it sounds and how the sound's coming out from the HomePod. Now, of course, Siri on the HomePod sucks. Apple has not done really that much with Siri on the HomePod. So I don't really use Siri on the HomePod. It just sucks. So that's why I don't. I instead use the Lenovo Here Smart Display with Google Assistant, or of course my Alexa Dot. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the Apple products that I've currently owned. Of course, the iPad, of course, the iPad Pros next on my list. Have to save up a little bit more. I can't spend my money on that right now. But yeah, so 2018 was the year that I switched to 100% Apple. And it just, like I said, it works everything if you own every Apple product. So like when I use iMessages, I love just when the iMessage pops up on the iMac, I just instead type on the keyboard. It's just much more faster for me. So yeah, and I just love how everything is just connected and it just works. Now, of course, and that's how Apple traps you. So if you're 100% invested into the Apple ecosystem, it's gonna be too expensive to just switch out to like maybe Windows or anything like that. Just because Apple already trapped you, because everything just magically works all together. Because Apple builds the product, they build the software, so they're able to control all that stuff together. So right now, pretty much Apple has trapped me right now, because it will be a little bit expensive. I decide to leave the iMac or the Apple ecosystem and switch back to Windows. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess my Apple story of switching to my Apple story in 2018, switching to the Apple ecosystem. So that's pretty much it, guys. And as always, I will see you guys later. Peace.